Hello, my name is John Sales, and this is my innovation project. I've been passionate about community service for most of my life, and one of the main reasons as to why I came to Clark is the community service that advertised to me. However, since I've been here, I've noticed that while Clark and the Worcester area do in fact have many opportunities to participate in and create community service events, it is very difficult to find them. There's a surprising amount of disorganization in the Clark community service sector, despite its robustness. To combat this problem, I decided to base my innovation around creating a website that makes it easier for students and Worcester residents to explore and exercise their own passion for community service. This website is called Clark Community Streamline, which I kind of regret as a name now because of how it sounds, but I can't change the domain. The website functions by displaying all the community service opportunities I could find around Clark and Worcester and placing them in the website. For each opportunity, I also added the most frequently asked questions when it comes to each specific opportunity and tips for which type of event should be planned in terms of how the community service operates. My first implementation was based around advertising my website. I decided to hold a raffle for a bag of candy, and you could visit my website when you enter the raffle. I ended up getting around 8 contestants for the implementation through the online route, and 2 contestants came up to me in person and asked for them to join. My second implementation focused on helping people who were interested in the website. After sending out my feedback forms, which I'll talk about later, I asked those who seemed the most interested based on the responses to the form to join info sessions on how they can use the website and to answer any questions they might have. I held 2 info sessions, the first having 4 attendants and the second having 2. While some people did not show up, these sessions were still valuable to the entrants as well as myself, as their questions helped me focus on what should be improved when it comes to my website. My feedback board, which got 14 responses, was very interesting for me because they respond in ways I didn't really expect. As there were a lot of questions, I'm going to focus on the 2 with the most surprising results. This question, which asked, how would the user make this website more helpful if you were tasked with improving it, asked both for more concise answers but also for more information. Clearly, while I did give a lot of information, I may have delved too far into specific topics that may not be as important to the user as I had originally thought. The next and last question I would like to talk about is this one, which asked, how would the user improve this website if you were tasked with editing it? The most common edit by far was to add more color, which looking back should have made sense because my website is quite bland. For problems, I'm going to mention 3. I've never felt so simultaneously at fault and not at fault when it comes to a school project. Many of the items I needed were either not allowed for me to use, broken, or simply not obtainable. Some of the people I asked for help were unreliable, especially ResLife, who lost the flyers that I spent 2 days trying to get approved. Finally, I felt like if I had money to spend, this would have been much easier. Unfortunately, I am cheap, so many of the things that I used and give away were of my own belongings. An example of this is that I gave my own Easter candy as the prize for the raffle. Despite my problems, the question of sustainability was quite easy to answer, since I made a website that does not get taken down, and I also don't have to continue to run it. I also doubt that we are going to no longer need community service anytime soon, so the contents of the website will not become obsolete. I'm going to preface this by saying that I did learn a lot of positive things too, but I'm going to talk about that a little later. For the negatives, everything I tried doing in this project was pretty difficult, be it either red tape or missed calls or faking up plans, and tangential to that, I am no longer going to rely on anyone for anything, because they are likely going to fail me in one way or another. I also learned that there's not always a timely solution to all my problems, and as much as I try, sometimes you just need to move on. I'm going to end this video on a positive note by showing you all this optional question I put on my feedback form. It asked, how important is community service on college campuses to you? And half the respondents said yes, and no one else said no. Given these results, it's safe to say that people care about others, and sometimes you just need to give a light push to help someone move in that right direction. This project helped me learn that, and I hope everyone learned that through their own innovations as well. Thank you.